Good morning, students. Today I will discuss about some words of pyridoxal phosphate. In previous class I have discussed about the transamination reaction. So it is obviously the continuation of the transamination reaction where the PLP or the pyridoxal phosphate is the coenzyme of the transaminase enzyme. In previously we have discussed that pyridoxal phosphate gets attached with the epsilon amino group of the lysine residue of the transaminase enzyme, specific lysine residue epsilon amino group, with which the PLP or pyridoxal phosphate remains attached. Now some words about the pyridoxal phosphate, how it works in its mechanism, enzyme reaction mechanism. This is the pyridoxal phosphate. It is the heterogeneous molecule, heterogeneous cyclic ring, where nitrogen is present in the cyclic ring. It is the methyl group, CH3 group. Here it is the hydroxyl group. This is the aldehyde group, and this is the CH2O and phosphate group. Okay. Now the amino acid in the transamination reaction, I have discussed this previously. That amino acid is the example. Just say the amino acid is alanine. The amino group of the alanine, it will be replace the oxygen group or oxy group of the aldehyde, and the oxy group will be exchanged with the amino group of amino acid, that is alanine. So alanine will be converted into the keto acid, that is pyruvate, and the pyridoxal phosphate, the oxy group is replaced by the or exchanged with the amino group of the amino acid, that is alanine. Okay, for example alanine, then it is will not remain as the pyridoxal phosphate, then we will call it the pyridoxamine phosphate, that is the pyridoxamine phosphate, pyridoxamine phosphate, pyridoxamine phosphate, P for phosphate. Okay, the pyridoxamine phosphate. Now from this pyridoxamine phosphate, the alpha ketoglutarate, the keto acid, which is a focus of discussion in the transamination reaction, that is the alpha ketoglutarate, the keto acid, it will exchange its keto group with the amino group in the transamination reaction, that is the pyridoxamine phosphate, PMP. It will exchange, and the alpha ketoglutarate will converted into glutamate amino acid, and this pyridoxamine phosphate again converted into pyridoxal phosphate. Okay, clear? Thank you. Now see, again I am repeating, alanine to keto acid, and this amino group goes into the pyridoxal phosphate, and pyridoxal phosphate converted into pyridoxamine phosphate, PMP, and this pyridoxamine phosphate will again converted into PLP by giving the amino group to the alpha ketoglutarate and exchanging the oxy group or the keto group from the alpha ketoglutarate. So alpha ketoglutarate is converted into glutamate, and PNP again converted into PLP, pyridoxal phosphate. Now the proper mechanism, how it occurs, this is the some explanatory question of PLP. Now the some in another view, I have told previously that with the enzyme specific lysine residue with which the epsilon amino group, the pyridoxal phosphate remains attached. Just say this is the enzyme, that is the obviously transaminase enzyme with which the PLP gets attached. Then the amino acid X, this is the amino acid X. Amino acid X comes as substrate 1, S1. Okay, this is the enzyme. With PLP I am mentioning this complex, enzyme coenzyme complex, as E. E means enzyme. Okay, then the amino acid comes, that is the substrate of this reaction, S1, the first substrate. Then it will makes a complex, enzyme substrate complex, ES1, enzyme substrate complex, enzyme PLP and amino acid X, enzyme PLP amino acid X. Then the amino acid X will convert it into the keto acid X, just like this. This amino acid alanine will convert it into pyruvate. This is the amino acid will be converted into the keto acid X. Okay, so and obviously the PLP will not be PLP, it will become converted into PMP, pyridoxamine phosphate. So I will call it E dash or E prime. Okay, it is not the previous enzyme which was E means the enzyme PLP, here E dash means enzyme PMP. So E dash, it is the obviously product, because the amino acid to it is the product keto acid, so keto acid X, so it is the complex E dash P1 complex. Okay, Now the keto acid gets released. So it is the product 1 is released. Now the enzyme becomes free, but it is not E, it is the E dash or E prime, because PLP is not there, that is the PMP is present as the coenzyme here. Okay. Now the next substrate comes. The next substrate is the alpha ketoglutarate. This is the alpha ketoglutarate. S2 comes. Now enzyme PMP alpha ketoglutarate complex, that is the enzyme substrate complex again, but it is the E dash S2 complex and enzyme substrate 2, second substrate. Now this second substrate, that is alpha ketoglutarate, it will be converted back to glutamate. So it will obviously the product of alpha ketoglutarate to glutamate. So it is the P2, but the here you see the PMP again converted into PLP. So enzyme PLP glutamate. So it is the EP2 enzyme product complex, second product. Okay. Then the glutamate is released. The P2 is released and it again converted back to the previous position from where we started. That is the enzyme PLP complex. That is the E. So this is, in enzyme. In your enzyme class you have already know that it is the mechanism of double displacement or ping pong model of bisubstrate enzyme reaction. Now what is a ping pong model? One substrate comes first, then it will be converted into product, then it releases, then again second substrate come, then second substrate will be converted into another product, the product will release and the enzyme becomes the previous one enzyme, which from where we started. This is the double displacement or ping pong model. Simultaneously all substrates are not coming togetherly. One substrate comes one after another. One substrate comes, then it converted into product, then gets released, then second substrate comes, then again converted into another product, released, then the enzyme as it is previously it is formed. The cyclic in a cycle. Okay, cycle remains maintained. So this is the pyridoxal phosphate. About some words. Now some few important points, that this reaction obviously it maintains the equilibrium. So equilibrium constant is obviously present in this reaction. By observation, the equilibrium constant value, it is 1. By observation, the equilibrium constant value is around 1. It is not pure 1, but approximately it is almost equals to 1. Okay. Now what do you mean by equilibrium constant around 1? So it means obviously the reaction will be bidirectional. Bidirectional means I have written it amino acid to keto acid and alpha ketoglutarate to glutamate. It is not in this direction only. It is obviously bidirectional. So my arrowhead will be in both sides. Okay. This is the pyridoxal phosphate. Some words about pyridoxal phosphate and the transamination reaction properly. So direction essentially. Now in which direction the reaction will occur? The reaction will occur in which direction? Now it obviously depends on the concentration of the substrates. Which substrates are more? Which concentration of the substrates are more? If the amino acid concentration and alpha ketoglutarate concentration is high, then it will convert it into keto acid, from that amino acid and alpha ketoglutarate to glutamate. But if this glutamate concentration and this keto acid concentration is high, then will form alpha ketoglutarate and the amino acid. This is the bidirectional reaction. This is the importance of this reaction. Thank you.